it's a very noisy space where we are. There's lots of people running chiro ads. It's basically a lowest price race to the bottom. So our competitors are just trying to give away as much as they can for as little as they can in the initials. We really didn't want to get involved in that.
By the way, Dr. Jenkins put in the school group a long time ago. Did you really have a month with 142 new patients, or was that a typo?
No, that's real. Yeah,
Well, 142 is real.
it's real. We have 5 practitioners and we do have patients coming in from multiple sources.
Now, I remember when we met, you were
Yep.
looking at ideas of ways to bring more patients in. A system can actually help with throughput and stuff like that. So can you describe maybe how things were just slightly before you decided to take us on?
We tried several different things. We had tried certain things that were effective, but not cost effective. We had signed on with a company shortly before we started with you guys that was really not good. They were really slow and it was expensive and really had no outcomes over a few months. So that was frustrating. And then, we interviewed you guys, asked a lot of questions, and then decided to jump in with a little bit of a different approach that you were offering.
Had you not changed anything up, what do you think? What would the status quo have meant to your business? And
Yeah, it's tough to say. We've got lots of different new patient generating things going on at all times, but we had a bit of a lull for a few months where we weren't really seeing much from any kind of online sources. So it definitely gave us a pretty significant bump through the summer months, which also summer months are usually a little more challenging to get new patients in. And we had our best couple of months in the summer.
oh, that's awesome. Great. So were there some that were worried about having patient flow, or did it help fill in the gaps for some or others? Like, how did that work?
Yeah, I think that there's always a concern about getting in enough adequate numbers of new patients. So that's always a concern, but I would say certainly help take some of that away.
What is it you think that our approach from your vantage point, why do you think it's working better this time?
For one, I do think that the AI that's used on your platform is great. I think it saves a lot of time for any admin staff trying to get people booked. So really, they're just doing the last step of confirming the people and making sure they know that they're coming. So I think the AI is effective. The majority of people, I really don't think they don't feel like they're talking to a computer. So that's good. I think that has been really helpful. We also, like I say, we experimentally used this approach of bringing people in through modalities first rather than a general chiro ad. We're running that as well, but our reason for that being it's a very noisy space where we are. There's lots of people running chiro ads. It's basically a lowest price race to the bottom. So our competitors are just trying to give away as much as they can for as little as they can in the initials. We really didn't want to get involved in that. It's just not the approach we want. So this is a way that we could bring people in with a fairly low cost offer, super low pressure, get them trying the modalities. And if they like that, gently exposing them to our other services. Yeah. And I think it's been overall effective.
This is fantastic. One last question. What would you say to those docs who maybe worry that if they run Facebook ads or if they've tried them in the past and they get what the proverbial tire kickers, or as you say, race to the bottom? What would your comments about working with us and that concern be?
Yeah, I don't believe
That-
a lot of issues with that. I think I think the AI on the system weeds things out a little bit. I think that's helpful in that people are having a few conversations before they're picking an appointment slot versus just picking the appointment slot and then maybe not really actually wanting it or not showing up. Or sure, we've had some no-shows and cancellations. That happens, but they're not. It's not outrageous. It's a relatively small number, and the people that have come through have been happy they found us through the social media channels.
That's awesome. Dr. Ken, I really appreciate it.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Also, if you want to pass my email on to potential clients, I'm happy to talk to them.
I really appreciate that. I know you talked to a couple of our guys.
That
Yeah.
piece is important, like a human piece where if somebody's got a specific question or they say they anxious about something, they can ask a human being that's walked through it.
I really appreciate that. That's very generous of you to say. I know you're a busy guy. All right. Hey, thank you for
Yeah.
helping me with this, and have a good day.
Yeah.
Bye now.